Today we uncover a chilling royal secret, a guard's account of what happens behind palace walls. Intro 0000. Hey everyone and welcome back. Today we're diving deep into a chilling account from a royal guard who claims to have witnessed something that defies all explanation. Hook 0010. What if the people you see on television, the leaders of nations, aren't who they seem? What if their very skin is a disguise? Stick around because this is one story you won't forget. Body 0020. Arthur Holloway. My name is Arthur Holloway. And I'm the guard who saw the Queen flayed. This isn't a metaphor or a hallucination. It's an account that cost me my life as I knew it. My 8 years in the Army, 3 in Afghanistan, had prepared me for tension, but nothing could prepare me for what I witnessed within the silent corridors of the palace. 0050. We were shadows meticulously planning every step, knowing everyone's schedule. I was transferred to internal service. Adjacent to the private apartments, a promotion, less public, more responsibility. That's where I first heard of prophylaxis from Sergeant Peterson, a man who'd served under another queen. 0120. On June 21st, the summer solstice, I received my orders for an Inco special operation. My post, the stairs leading to the lower archives. Specific instructions: radio silent, see nothing, hear nothing. Only secure the perimeter. Unusual, a complete radio blackout meant something was happening that wasn't even meant to be logged. 0155. At 8 p.m. the operation began. Slowly, silently, figures in dark clothes, led by an unknown man in a suit, descended the hallway. They entered the lower archive, and I waited. Hours passed in oppressive silence. Then the lights flickered and died. Total darkness, total silence. My radio was dead. 0230. Protocol demanded I check the control panel, but Peterson's order echoed, stay at your post. Driven by a terrible premonition, I ignored it. Near the archive door, a ventilation grill yielded a faint, chilling smell, meat and chemicals like formaldehyde peering through. I saw it. 0305. A vast round hall bathed in a dim, pulsating light. The Queen and others were there, not performing a ritual, but engaged in something mechanical. They were shedding their skin like snakes beneath the familiar. Human faces and bodies were pale, featureless humanoid outlines with long, thin limbs. They were shedding their bodies like discarded shells. 0345. They moved to columns, touched them, and then entered niches, revealing new, fresh human skins. They donned them like wetsuits, meticulously fitting the faces, the wrinkles, the birthmarks. Suddenly, they were human again, preparing for their public lives. 0415. The man in the suit knew. I'd seen his gaze held not just a stare, but an assessment. He knew as the royal family departed, their faces bearing a slight worldly weariness. I returned to my post, the reality of what I'd witnessed, a heavy burden. 0450. I wrote my report. Sergeant Peterson read it, his eyes heavy. Are you sure, Holloway? He asked. There are orders that must be obeyed, and there are things that must be forgotten. He took my report. 0515. The next day I was taken to a clinic. Post-traumatic stress disorder. They said hallucinations. My report was medicalized as a result of stress and overwork. I was a prisoner in a comfortable room, the window handle gone, the door locked from the outside. 0550. Dr. Reed tried to help me separate real memories from trauma-induced ones. He dissected my report, attributing the smells to faulty air conditioning, the visions to fatigue. He was building a bridge for me to retreat from my truth, but I knew it was pointless. I had to survive. 0630. After 43 days, I faked a breakdown. When an orderly came to help, I used my Army training. A precise blow and he was down. The second orderly followed. I was free, but only within the clinic walls. I found my file. And then the truth, printouts of me in the palace hallway and dossiers on 5 witnesses, labeled, deactivation procedure successfully completed. I was next. 0715. Mr. Evans, the head of security, confronted me. His voice echoed in my head. We are the order. We are shepherds, and people like you are just cattle. He explained. Deactivation, not killing but erasing memories. Bond's character leaving an empty shell. He revealed. Caliban, my contact, was merely a pawn in their game to find him. 0755. I refused to be deactivated. In a desperate act, I threw the laptop I'd connected to Evan's device, shattering the window and triggering a loud alarm. I grabbed a fire axe from a nearby casing and smashed through the service door. I scaled the wall, escaping into the London night in hospital pajamas. 0840. My life was now a game of survival. No money, no papers, no contacts. I found Caliban, a digital mercenary, through an old veterans forum. Our code, Kandahar. Red sand still sticks to my boots. I need clean water. He provided forged documents, cash, and a new phone. Caliban confirmed the clinic's existence, its ties to the Crown, but Facility 7 remained a mystery. 0920 to find Facility 7. Caliban needed access to Evans' devices. My mission: infiltrate Evans' house, download the data using my army skills. I broke in. As the download progressed, Evans appeared, his voice telepathic. "We are the Order," he declared. Explaining deactivation as a process of emptying individuals, he revealed I was bait to lure Caliban. 10:00. I chose not to become an empty shell. I threw the laptop, shattering the window and activating the alarms. In a final confrontation, I fought Evans. Not to win, but to be noticed. The story doesn't end happily. I was taken back to the hospital, to an empty white room. They ask me my name every day. I cling to the memory of what I saw in the palace basement, the only thing left of Arthur Holloway. They don't just hide among us, they control us. Their weapon isn't fear, but silence, and my voice is getting quieter and quieter.